Hey, y'all, welcome back. Welcome to the 2020 to 2021 school year. It's going to be a different year, as y'all, I'm sure y'all know already, but just want to introduce myself real quick. So y'all can see my face, those y'all who won't see me till later in the week. My name is Mr. Branham. This is AP Chemistry. And this video, we're just going to talk through the syllabus real quick. I'm not going to read it to y'all. Y'all can read just as good as I can. I'm not going to read it to y'all. So let me get myself minimized here so y'all can, there we go. So y'all can read the syllabus now. This is on the website. Actually, you can see this now. It's part of the assignment this is part of anyway. So that's that. You can click on this if you want to. It goes to my website. You can read about me if you want to with much shorter hair way back when. It's been a while. Website is my syllabus or my schedule. All right. Um, my schedule, so I got AP first and fifth, other classes thrown in there too. So most of y'all, I'm assuming, or at least a good portion of y'all, if not most, have taken an AP class in the past. And what that means is, if you have taken one, then it's freshman college chemistry. It's a class that if you take this class and do well in the exam, then you could exempt out of several classes of chemistry in college, which would be a great way to save some money too. So the AP exams in May. We'll talk about that in a little bit. It's always good to discuss things, talk about things. We'll do some labs. Again, that labs will be dependent on how the social distancing and stuff goes. So hopefully we'll be able to do some labs this year. If not, we'll do some demos and we'll figure something out. We'll do something. All right, your textbook is online this year, and I've not quite figured out how to get y'all on that yet. But once I do, I will let you know. But it's textbooks online. You will need a notebook, even though it's going to be mostly online stuff, because, and I say this down here, the AP exam right now, the College Board is planning on having the AP exam as a written on paper exam. So if we do everything online this year, and then when you take the exam on paper, you might be put at a disadvantage because of that. So we will do stuff online because it's easier for the e-learning stuff. But at the same time, we will also do stuff on paper because it is helpful to learn to write things all the way out, pre-response questions and so on. And we'll do that throughout the year also. So we'll practice that too. All right, attendance. Something school-wide, actually district-wide. So during e-learning, there'll be a question on Google Classroom. You answer that question, you're counted present. If it's day you're in school, like if you come to school on Mondays and you're in school Monday, then you're good to go. Grain scale, standard for everything. Um, One thing I really want to emphasize though, e-learning last spring, it's going to be very, very different now. Remember e-learning, everything was, if you lowest grade you can get was a 50. You had infinite days to turn stuff in. No such thing this year. All right, so due dates are hard due dates. Your mastery of work is counts here, not just completion. So if you turn in something that I can tell you spent no time on, I'm not going to take it. All right, so it's got to be, you've got to actually put forth some effort on it. I'll always help you out if you need it. You can ask me that anytime you want to, and we'll talk about that more in a second also. So breaking down the grading like this, something the district has done different this year is they want us to have 100-point assignments for everything. I'm not particularly crazy about that. So the way to get around that is this: the minor grades look like this. So um, they're large, medium, small, and minor and daily grades. So these are just four separate categories, and the larger assignments worth 31 points or more are 15%. The mediums were 21 to 30 points or 12%, and so on. So this weights the heavier assignments worth more. Now I've got to make it out of 100. So what this means is, if I give you a quiz or an assignment that would normally be worth 35 points, then I'll make it out of 100 because I have to, but I will count it as 15% of the grade as opposed to something out of just 10 points that I will count as only 4%, because I think something that's 35 points worth of questions should be worth more than something that only has 10 points worth of questions. So that's what this comes in. My assigned material, do it obviously. Um, if we're doing e-learning, then during e-learning, if you were at home during that day, then any work online turned in anytime the day is due up till 11:59 p.m. that day is totally fine. When we go back to 5 days a week, though, work to the beginning of class, really important. So I don't I don't like having work turned in during middle of class, something like that. So at the beginning of class is when I take work. Then I'll remind you of this too whenever we go back to 5 days. Late work, 10 points per day for 5 days. After 5 days, it's a zero. So the most you can get after 3 days would be a 70. So turn your work in on time, you'll be fine. Makeup work on my website. If you click here on my website, then you can go to website, AP Chemistry website here. Here's the stuff we talked about. Here's a calendar. Now it's got nothing in it yet because I haven't signed anything yet, but this counter will always be up there. It's a good way to see things. Also, Google Classroom is really helpful also. And I'll come back to that in a second. So check the website for everything. It has due dates and assignments and all that stuff. Absences. If you have excused absence, then you got 5 days to when you come back to complete it. And again, this is mostly on 5 day the 5 day in person learning. If you are present the day something's assigned and you're excused absent the day you come back, then it's due the day. Or you're absent the day it's due the day you come back. Now, really important, if you miss a quiz or a test, then you will take it the day you come back. I will put you in a desk out in the hall or whatever, and the day you come back, you will take the test. All right, so you will take it. Again, mostly this is 5 days a week stuff, but you will take it during class that day, the day you come back. So keep that in mind too. Make sure it's excused absence. If you have some special case, some extended absence for being sick or something going on, then talk to me individually. We'll figure something out. But and really important in all cases, though, you're upper level high school now, so it's your responsibility to ask for makeup or turn it in. I will not remind you of when to turn stuff in. So y'all are pretty good about that, I'm sure. So just if you're absent one day, first thing you should do is when you come into class the next day, ask me what you missed the day before, or shoot me an email. I'll be glad to respond to you with everything you missed. Look at Google Classroom. That helps too. Extra assistance. Come see me whenever you need to. Email me. I'm always available by email. Um, if you want to come see me in person, if during 5 days a week, then third period, sixth period, or after school if you need to. Before school is a little tougher because I got duty before school most likely this year. I haven't figured that out yet, but I should have duty before school. During e-learning, office hours, so Monday through Thursday, then 10:45 to 11:15. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to a Google Meet on Classroom or website or somewhere, and I'll just be sitting here at my desk. And if you have a question on something, click on the link, open it up, we'll talk about it, and that's that. Or shoot me an email is fine. Whatever you need to do works. On Fridays though, when nobody's here, if you're first period, then anytime in 8:45 to 9:05. If you're fifth period, anytime 10:25 to 10:45. Anytime like that is fine. So either way works. I've got a remind, totally optional. But if you want to join the remind, you can. This links to my website, which will come up here eventually. There we go. And use this if you want to. A remind, again, is totally optional. I don't require it, but I'll never assign work. Whoops, let me fix this. There we go. I'll never assign work on remind ever. I will always use it only to push back due dates. For example, if we have a test on Wednesday and something comes up, I might send a reminder out that says, okay, y'all, the test is now Thursday. Or sometimes I will assign homework, which this happens more often than I'd like to admit, but I'll assign some problems, and one of them might have a mistake in it that makes it impossible to do. So instead of having you waste an hour on it trying to figure out how to do a problem that's impossible to do, I'll send a reminder out that says omit question 5 or something. So I will always omit or push back things. I will never assign anything through it. All right, and whoops, this should not be here because this is astronomy. Oh well, you can. I won't put any astronomical events on y'all's. So let me take that off real quick too. And that's what I get for not reading through this fully before I assign it to y'all. So anyway, there's that. All right, and class rules, y'all can read through this. I'm not gonna. Yeah, y'all are pretty good people anyway. One big thing though during e-learning and during the first several weeks of school, however long this is going to last, the virus is going to last. Really, really, really important that you wear masks all the time between classes. When you come in my room, is when you're sitting down at your desk and everybody else is sitting down also, then you can take your mask off. But if people are still moving around, keep it on. All right, really important. And this is something they're going to enforce very strongly. If you mess around or if you don't take the mask wearing seriously, you can be assigned to virtual school for the rest of the year. All right, so this is something we're not going to mess around with. So wear your mask, you'll be fine. And all this stuff, you can figure that out. All right, consequences. Oh, by the way, one thing I'm talking about too, cell phones, don't have your cell phone out in class unless I okay it, which happens every now and then, but most of the time I don't. So off, out of sight, don't have it out. I'll give you one warning. After that one warning, if I catch you again, then you get detention for it, which is kind of a hassle, so try not to do that. Consequences, read that. The timeline, the AP exam is Friday, May 7th. That's a long time from now, but we'll get there. We talk about all these topics down here, and most of the stuff, a lot of stuff you've already seen before. We'll do it in more detail in this class than you have in previous chemistry classes, but it's still something that some things you should be at least somewhat familiar with. I do recommend, though, that you read stuff in the book before we talk about it in class, and because that really, really does help. Trust me, it does. I used it myself when I was in college. It really does help. And here's all the stuff. I'm not going to read this to y'all. Y'all can read through it. Some of the stuff you might have seen before. Some of it might not. But we'll see what we can do. AP exam May 7th. We do a project end of the year after that for an AP project for your exam grade, and that's that. Now, on the website, if you look over here, after first period, fifth period calendars, on the website I have, these are all videos of me talking about how to do stuff, and I put a little arrow like this beside what we're on currently. Now, this is the beginning of the year, so I'm thinking the first day or two we'll get through this first part. I'll update this every day, and all the way down until we get to the end of the year. And some of these haven't done yet because they're electric chemistry haven't done yet. That's the end of the year. I'll get that done beforehand or at some point. I'll also put the notes up here also, so you can download those. You can print them off if you want to. So however you want to do it is fine. It's always on my website. All this stuff's always there. So we always do at least one quiz per unit. Sometimes, actually, most times multiple quizzes, but at least one. Always a test after every unit, and the timeline is very approximate. This could change. In fact, it definitely will change because it always does. So anyway, that's the syllabus. If you have questions, if you have questions on anything, then please email me. I'll see y'all at some point the first week of school, whether that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. But shoot me an email. If you have a question on something, call me. My phone number's right there to my room. Or I'll see you in class, whatever you want to do. But anything at all, let me know. I'll be glad to help out anytime this year. I look forward to AP Chemistry every year because it's such a fun class and it's good material. And we generally have some pretty good fun in here. So if you have questions on anything, let me know. I'll be glad to help you out. And in the meantime, hope y'all enjoy your first couple weeks of school.